I'm so excited to introduce you to three of our newest spring products. If you caught my video last week, the reel I did on how to use the new bronzing sticks. There's two new bronzing sticks. There's one called Honey and Luster and one called Bronze and Shimmer. Two different colors for two different skin color types. If you are fair to medium, you're going to use the Honey and Luster most likely. And in addition, we have our new highlighting stick. I'm going to show you how to use the highlighting stick as well as the bronzing stick in today's makeover tutorial. So I'm going to start off with bronzing my skin. You're going to want to have a couple tools handy for you to have the best result in the bronzer and the highlighter. I like having the Mary Kay cheek brush available and the Mary Kay blending brush. So I'm going to use the blending brush to gently blend the bronzer into my cheeks. I went on the higher end of my cheek. You could also really easily use the Mary Kay cheek brush to do this. So either one would be really great depending on what you prefer. I'm going to add a little bit more through my cheekbone, and worst case scenario, you can also use your fingers. It is a cream bronzer, so the warmth of your fingers also works really well to give your skin this beautiful glow. And you can see how it just kind of gave me some warmth right through here. Doesn't look orangey. I love what it does on my skin. And if you have bronze skin, the darker one is stunning on bronze skin. So now that I have my cheeks bronzed, you can see how it has a nice little glow. If you want to add more, just add a little bit more, just to show you it doesn't look too dark. You really can control how much you want to bronze your skin. So using the bronzing stick is really easy. I prefer the brushes, but you can also use your fingers. Also, I'm going to bronze right through here. This is where the sun would naturally kiss. I'm using the matte side for this part of my face, just because I don't want a lot of shimmer through my temples. So again, you can choose what you want, but I prefer having matte. And next I'm going to bronze a little bit on my chin, right through here. I'm going to use the blending brush to make sure that's nice and blended, and to make sure I'm cohesive and kind of look like I'm naturally kissed by the sun. I'm going to put a little bit on my brush and just kind of dust it on my nose. And you can still contour your skin if you want after using a bronzer, and I can show you how to do that on a different day, but I do still contour. So this is not contour. Bronzer is going to give some nice warmth to your skin. Now my skin is ready for my cheek color, and then I will use the highlighter. So I'll put my cheek color on first. So I'm using Rogue Rose cheek color. I'm just going to go right here in the apples of my cheek and blend it up through my cheekbone. You can see how that gives me some brightness. And I'm wearing a very bright pink jacket today, so I'm wearing one of our pinker cheek colors to make sure it's cohesive. And now I'm going to show you what I do with the highlighter. Okay, so the highlighter is so gorgeous. If you love highlighter, you're going to love this. This is called Pearl and Gold. There's two colors. I'm going to be using the gold side, and I'm just going to spot highlight on the upper parts of my cheeks. You see where I put that? Just right above my cheek color. And I'm going to do it on both sides. I'm using the gold side today for my cheeks. You can use either one. It's really personal preference. And I'm going to use my cheek brush just to make sure it's blended and soft. And you can just see when I turn my head. You can see that glow right there. You want it to be subtle. It's not one of those things where you're going to have like, bam, she's wearing highlighter. Now there's lots of other options for highlighter. One of the things that is very common is to highlight down the center of your nose. I don't like doing that with a shimmery highlighter just because I don't like shimmer on my nose. But you certainly could use this down your nose. Just keep in mind that when you highlight the tip of your nose, you do make your nose look longer. So if you are concerned about that, put a little contour or bronzer at the end of your nose instead and just highlight through the center. If you like to highlight your Cupid's bow, which I do like to do, I'm just going to take a little bit of my finger and just tap it right here above my lips. It helps give your lips a fuller appearance on your upper lip. And lastly, I like to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and that's where I am going to use the pearl side, the more white side of the highlight stick. I'm just going to tap a little bit. I'm using my smudger brush. I'm just tapping it on the inside of my eyes. And you can put a little bit like right here underneath as well. This really wakes you up. And that's how I like to use the new highlight and contour sticks. Direct message me to get your hands on this beautiful new spring product. I have them available now, and they will be on my website in a couple days.